Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleni and I'm a second year dental student and I go to Tufts University. I like to do weekly vlogs of my life in dental school so you guys can get an inside look into what dental school is like. But today I'm actually going to do a sit down video and do a Q&A. I'm going to do a get ready with me video and answer your questions on orientation and starting dental school. It's about that time again this year and a new class is going to be starting dental school soon, so I wanted to answer your questions about dental school and orientation, and it's just such an exciting time, so I wanted to answer any questions that you guys may have. But before we get into the video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my new favorite perfumes. I honestly have not bought perfumes in the longest time just because they're so expensive for a good perfume, and I really didn't want to spend a lot of money on a good perfume. So I recently found out about Dossier and I'm so excited to share them with you guys. And I have a few perfumes and I want to show you guys what I picked out for myself. And they come in these cute little boxes, and what Dossier does is that they make perfumes that are similar to a high-end brand and they sell them for cheaper, so it's more affordable. So this first perfume that I have is called Aquatic Lime and it's inspired by the Giorgio Armani. So they make it smell similar to what you would expect from a high-end brand and they sell it for a more affordable price. So this one smells so good, and it smells just like the Giorgio Armani, like I said. So they have like this little card and it shows what is in the perfume and what is inspired by, and their mission is to deliver the highest quality luxury inspired fragrances at a fair price, giving you the freedom to explore new scents. And that's exactly what they've done for me. I honestly have not picked out a new perfume in the longest time, so I'm excited to explore all these new scents. And so the next one I got is the Fruity Jasmine, and it's inspired by the Dior perfume J'adore. So I'm really excited to try this one out, and this is what it looks like, and it's the Fruity Jasmine. I also got the Floral Honeysuckle, and this is inspired by the Gucci Bloom perfume. And this one has green leaves, orange, honeysuckle, some jasmine in it, and some vanilla and a few other things. But I'm just really excited to try this one out as well. I also got a Floriental Brown Sugar, and this one is inspired by the YSL Mon Paris perfume. Another one I got was the Woody Coriander, and this is inspired by a Dolce & Gabbana. And this is one for men. So they have women perfumes, they have men, and they also have unisex. So if you want to shop for someone else, you can always get perfumes for a guy in your life, or you guys can share it. And yeah, so it's really nice. And they even come with a little sampler so you can try it out, or you can use it for travel size, which is really nice. So this is the little one for the Woody Coriander. And the last one that I got is the Floral Pear, and this one is inspired by a Jo Malone perfume, the English Pear. This one smells really good too. So I just wanted to show you guys the perfumes I got, talk to you guys about Dossier. I really love what they're doing and giving more affordable scents to you so you can explore more scents and stuff like that. So I'm going to start by answering your questions. I did a little question box on my Instagram story, so I'm going to go through your questions and try and answer as many as possible. So the first question is, what can we expect from orientation? I start at the end of August. So I'll answer that question as I start doing my makeup, and I'm just going to do a very basic makeup look that I would do for orientation, first day of school, or even, you know, just like school in general. Typically, I like to do a very basic, not too many dark colors, just like a very basic makeup look. So I typically always start with a foundation. So I'll put this on as I answer the first question. So what to expect for orientation? I think typically it's going to be a lot of presentations. I remember there was, you know, presentations on financial aid and presentations from the dean and introductions from people who will be running certain things and sending emails to you a lot and helping organize the class. So just expect a lot of sitting down and orientations and stuff like that, financial aid stuff. It's very helpful, obviously, and very informative. We even had students come and like answer questions, like a panel. So it's a lot of those kinds of things, just sitting and presentations, stuff like that. And then there's also obviously a lot of meeting people. You're going to be meeting your classmates for the first time. So you're going to be talking a lot, socializing, all that stuff. And then it depends on your school and like how many days for orientation. There's probably going to be a tour, walking around the school, and getting to know the school and knowing where your classes and lectures are going to be, and then where your pre-clinic is. It can also include, orientation can also include getting your tools, which is so exciting. I think we got them maybe on the second day of orientation, and it was just so fun getting all the boxes of all the tools and drills and everything, and it made dental school feel very real, and that it was finally starting, which was really exciting. So that's basically what to expect from orientation. A lot of presentations, tours, meeting a lot of people, and finding your pre-clinic seat and getting all of your tools and everything for class, which is really, really exciting. And then I'm also going to put on a bronzer. I use the Sephora bronzer. This is number 4 Fiji, and I just use like a big brush to put it on. So after I do my foundation, I put this bronzer. And so another question that someone asked is, I'm starting at Tufts this year. What's one major advice you would give us starting out? And going along with that, someone else said, incoming D1 at Tufts, any advice or things to be prepared for? So congrats to you guys for getting into Tufts. It's very exciting to be coming to Tufts in Boston. I love it. So for Tufts, some advice I would give you guys is that Tufts is a really big class, so you guys are going to be meeting a ton of people. So just constantly be saying hi to people and asking them where they're from, and you're probably going to forget people's names, which is okay. I would recommend getting the class like photos. I never did that, and I've been wanting to do that, but I think that'd be helpful to remember people's names. Getting the class, I forget what it's called, when everyone's pictures on it. When they finally hand those out, it's useful to get that so you know everyone's names. But just know that when you're starting at Tufts, it's going to be a ton of people in your class. You're going to be meeting people, so just be ready for that. And then also for when they give out tools and stuff, you have to carry it to your lockers. So it's a good idea to bring a big bag so that you can carry all of your stuff. So, you know, whether it's like a Trader Joe's bag, which a lot of people have, or, you know, just like some big bag. I use like a Lululemon bag, but you can use whatever you want. Just like have a big bag to carry all of your tools, because you have to carry it to a locker that you're going to store it in. So that's important as well. But I think mostly just, you know, being friendly, saying hi to everyone, meeting as many people as possible. I think that's like the biggest thing to be, you know, doing during orientation, saying hi to everyone. But it's going to be a lot. It's going to be overwhelming. So don't stress out too much. Just like have fun and enjoy the day, because it's going to start up really quickly. So enjoy orientation as much as you can. Take it all in. It is going to be a lot and overwhelming, so don't get stressed out. But yeah, mostly just like have fun with it and stuff. So yeah. So someone asked, how difficult was it adjusting to the new workload? So that's a really good question. I feel like I was always very scared about how different dental school would be compared to undergrad, and I think I was really lucky because I did a master's program, and I felt like that really helped me get ready for dental school, because in my master's program it was basically like a dental medical school workload. So it is a difficult adjustment, but I think if you go into school ready to work hard and ready to study a lot, I think that really helps with the transition. I remember when I started my master's, it was like the very first day, and right after class finished, everyone went to the library. So you kind of just have to have that mentality that, you know, you're not even gonna have like a syllabus week like you had in college, or like it just starts right away. So you have to be mentally prepared for that, ready to just get going and start studying from day one. And I feel like I went into dental school kind of with that mentality that I would have to start studying right away. So I think it's good to be mentally prepared for that, and that will really help you adjust. And just knowing that you're going to be having to work really hard and work on the weekends, I think that will really help with the adjustment process. So yeah, and I'm going to do just a little bit of eyeliner. I use a Lancome, just like a black one. So I'm just going to do like a very light line. Like I said before, I don't really like to do heavy makeup for dental school, like day to day, or even like on an orientation or like an interview. You want to keep it very basic, very professional. And then I'm going to go in with the Lancome mascara, but I will look for another question to answer. So someone else asked, is the Tufts med school in the same building? So the dental school is actually, it is separate, but it is connected by a bridge, which is kind of confusing. I remember on the tour in the first couple of days, it was a little bit confusing to navigate around the school. But there is a main entrance for the dental school, and then from the dental school there is a bridge that takes you to the med ed building, which is what they call the medical building, the medical student building. And it has the library, it has the gym, it has like a little cafeteria, and that's for medical students but also the dental students to use. And there's also lecture halls there where the medical students do some of their lectures. Some of the other lecture halls for the medical students is across the street. That's also where the anatomy lab is. It's in a building across the street. But a lot of their classes are in this med ed building, which is connected to the dental school through a bridge, and it's also accessible to the dental students. That's where I would study a lot, in the 7th floors. There's like there's study rooms, and it's like a quiet section of the library. There's like a couple floors that is the library where you can study. So I would go there to study, and there's also classrooms, and that's where the medical students will be as well. So it is kind of separate, but then it's connected by like a bridge, which is kind of confusing, but you get used to it once you go around and you navigate it a little bit more. So a couple of other questions that I've gotten, which goes back to the other question about the transition, is describe the first month workload. Is there a lot of hard exams? Do you think the workload is a lot? Kind of similar questions to that. So I'll go into those questions. So now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia brow definer. This is what it looks like, and it has a like brow comb and like a little like crayon pencil. So regarding the workload and how the first month is, these are a lot of hard exams. So at Tufts, I feel like they do a really good job of kind of easing you in. And I remember the first month of August, the first month of like dental school, we had just 3 classes. We had dental anatomy when we were learning about the teeth, and that was really exciting. And then we also had evidence-based research. We're just learning about research and how to do that. And then we had one more class. I can't remember right now, but oh, I think it was like wellness. And so those 3 classes were pretty basic, pretty easy, and I liked how they kind of integrated us into the school and it wasn't starting us off hard on like really hard classes. But come September, we started a new class which was called Craniofacial Biology, and it was a new like integrated class they had just started. And then we were taking biochemistry and all the hard sciences, and we started anatomy. So by September, so like the second month of dental school, everything started to pick up, and it was very difficult. And so for that class that I mentioned, Craniofacial Biology, it was like 3 different classes going on at once, and then we would be tested on it together. So it would be one long exam on 3 different subjects. So that was pretty difficult. So it'd be like biochemistry, like genetics and microbiology or something. There was like a lot of different classes within that class, and they were integrated, and like one would start, one would end. But those exams were very difficult, especially the biochemistry, and they were long exams. So that was definitely difficult. Anatomy, clinical anatomy was also very difficult, but I would study a ton for that, like 2 weeks in advance. I would spend a lot of time in the anatomy labs, going over things on the cadavers with my friends. So I felt like as long as you kept up with the information, we're studying every day, studying with your friends, if that's something that's useful to you, putting in the work, the exams will end up being easy. If you're not studying and you're not putting in the work, then it's going to be difficult. So last thing to finish up my makeup look, and I'm only doing this like as if I was going to go to orientation or an interview. I probably wouldn't do this for every day. It's just like a little bit of an eyeshadow and a little bit of a highlight. And as I do that, I'll answer one more question. And someone asked, have you ever thought about giving up? What motivates you and how do you relax? That's an excellent question, and I feel like I could do a whole other video on all of that. So for eyeshadow and highlighter, I like to use this pale pink color, like a very light color. I wouldn't use anything too dark for orientation, interviews, dental school, everything like that. So I'll just go in with like a very light color and just kind of just put it all over my eyelid. Just very, very simple. That's what is like my go-to like makeup look for dental school, orientation, interviews. Just like very, very simple, kind of just like adding a little extra just to make you look a little bit more put together, so nothing too much. And then I'll also just use my other side of the brush just to add a little more sparkle. I use the other side of my brush to my cheeks just to add a little bit of a highlight. And that's all I would do for like an eyeshadow. So I have thought about giving up. There's definitely times where dental school is very hard and very stressful, and I've always been like, why am I doing this? Like, do I really want to do this? There's definitely times when I doubt myself, but you have to always remember, your why. Why are you doing this? You're doing this to help people out. You're doing this because X, Y, and Z. You should have a reason as to why you're doing this, because there's definitely going to be times where you're going to be stressed and you're like, why am I doing this? Like questioning yourself, doubting yourself. But things to motivate me is I like to watch YouTube videos of like other dental students, go on Instagram and see other dental students, like what they are going through. That really motivates me. Seeing dentists, I really like Dr. Appa, and I look at his Instagram and he really inspires me to be a great dentist. And that's the kind of work that I want to do, aesthetics and stuff like that. So if there's a dentist out there that inspires you, follow their Instagram, see like what they're posting, or maybe there's a YouTube channel of a dental student, maybe mine, that you really like and find inspiring. I would watch Laura Smiles, her videos, and I used to watch Brittany's videos. I'll link those down below if you guys are interested. I watch my classmates' videos. I would watch Leora's videos. I would watch Connie's videos. So finding something like that can really inspire you. Looking to others is like a good motivator. And then also, how do you relax? So I think having something that is a stress relief for you is really important in dental school. I like to run, I go for walks, I like to read before bed, I also meditate. Yoga is also really good, so finding something like a creative outlet, or like you know, working out, some sort of outlet to help you relax is really useful for dental school. I highly recommend meditation and yoga, but that's just for me. You can try them out. It's not for everyone, but those are the two things that I love the most. And running, or like going outside, walking or something like that. Those are great ways to relax in dental school. So find a way that helps you out. But yeah, so last thing for orientation, starting dental school, is making sure you have a good outfit. So the first day for orientation for me, I wore a black flowy pants, and I also wore a J. Crew shirt. I will get those to show you in a second. So I think this is a great outfit for orientation, first day of school. I got these pants at Zara, and they're just these black flowy pants, so they're super comfortable. They don't have buttons or anything, they just have this tie, and it's an elastic waist, so you'll be super comfortable, and they look really good. They're professional pants, so I really like that. You want to make sure that you look professional. You don't want to wear anything that's too tight, too revealing, so always think of something professional that looks good on you but also is comfortable. And I wore a white shirt like this for the orientation, to go with my pants. So something like this, any color, you know, if you want sleeves, something like that. If you have your interview pants that you wore, those are also good to wear with like a shirt. You don't have to wear a blazer if you don't want to. It's a little bit more casual than like an interview. You definitely don't have to wear a blazer if you don't want to. If you're a guy, you can wear like your pantsuits, but you definitely don't have to wear like a tie or a blazer if you don't want to. I wore heels at orientation. I kind of wish I wore flat. You definitely want to be comfortable, because if you're doing the tours of the school, you're going to be walking around a lot. You definitely just want to feel your best, and you want to pick an outfit that you feel good in, because you're going to be meeting a lot of people. You want to feel confident, so make sure that you are comfortable in your outfit. You look professional, but you don't have to be as dressed up as your interview, but if you want to, obviously you can. It's the first impression that you're going to be giving to your classmates, so obviously you want to dress well. So anything like that with the black pants, a nice flowy button shirt, and then of course, to top it all off, you need your perfume, and I picked out the Aquatic Lime from Dossier that I'm going to wear right now, and just a little spritz. You don't want it to be too empowering, just like a little bit to give you that extra little boost of confidence. So you guys should be all set for your orientations first few days. If you guys have more questions, you can always reach out to me. I will link my orientation video of when I started my orientation, my first few days, down below, so you guys can check that out. I have a few videos from when I first started dental school, so you guys can check that out to see what my school experience was like the first couple of months. And I'm going to link down below Dossier, so you guys can check out their perfumes. They're excellent, good quality, and affordable. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and remember, if you have more questions, you can put them down below, or you can message me on Instagram. I always link my Instagram down below. It's at Eleni Marie with 3 E's at the end. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.